Okay, so I have the dirt in the cups already. We're gonna plant, if I can find it, chamomile. So this is also my first time growing tea. I researched it a little bit before I grew it. So basically, you just put it in here and do it like the same thing with the greenhouse until it starts to sprout. The cool thing with tea is they actually encourage you to start using the leaves as soon as it starts producing leaves. But once it starts growing, you want to take the aerial leaves first and not the whole top. You want to just kind of cut certain leaves at certain spots so that way you're not basically taking all of it and killing the whole plant. So we're going to do chamomile. And if you know anything about chamomile, which I am learning, I am not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I am learning as I go. I know what works for me. I just want to share what works for me with you. So if you're interested, this is a really cool herb tea that you can use for stomach ailments, which I have stomach ailments, so this is going to be really good for me to use personally. It is an anti-inflammatory. It relaxes you naturally. So sometimes if you're high strung, which, you know, in today's world we are, a little chamomile tea probably isn't going to hurt any of us. So we're going to plant the chamomile and we're going to see how it goes. Like I said, this is my very first time doing this, so I hope it works, and I hope if you try it, I hope it works for you too, because if you have any tips that you could give me that you have tried that works for you and you want to share that with me, please share it with me, because I would love to learn from people that are doing the same thing, and hey, this works for me, let's see if it works for you too. So I'm all about that. Let's keep everything positive and let's help each other, because in the long run that's what we got to do. So I'm actually really not even sure how many seeds to put in here, but I do know once they start growing, you need to start thinning them out so that way they can grow healthy and strong. Like I said, I don't really know much about it, but it does take, probably, I think it said like about 60 days for it to be like ready to go, but I think it grows kind of slow. So we're gonna see how this works. They're pretty small seeds, so I just sort of spread them around. You can't even see them in the dirt. So we're just gonna leave them. I'm not even gonna put dirt on top of them because I don't want to smother them. Plus we have to water them a little bit more than misting of the vegetables. So we're gonna put just a little bit more water in, and then we're gonna put them in our container. We're just gonna leave them and let them go. The cool thing is I actually have a whole room that I have dedicated to my critters and my plants. So what I did was I shut off the vent to kind of create more of a humid atmosphere so the plants would grow, and so it's more of like a good ecosystem environment for tropical plants that I don't want to burn outside. So this room does not feel anything like the rest of my apartment because I like my apartment cold and it's 107 degrees outside, and this room feels about 85 degrees. I do have the window open just a little bit for airflow and just, fresh air so it doesn't smell so stale in here. But that also kicks up the humidity in this room, which will help the plants and the lizard and everything. So everything in here is going to benefit.